I feel like history can be so boring and dull and not fun and engaging. And so I really just wanted something that she was going to retain and that was enjoyable. Let's talk about history. If you are anything like me, history has been a really tough subject to teach in homeschool. So I want to talk all about it. Let's just get into it. Here, hi, I'm Nikki. I'm a homeschool mom to one child in 4th grade. She's 9. We are 9 going on 16. I will talk all about mom life and homeschool life and all of the things over here. So if you are new, I would love if you hit that subscribe button to help out my channel and the bell to alert you of any future videos of mine. So let's talk history. Up until this year, history has been pretty sparse. I think it's because history was a subject that I never enjoyed when I went to school. And so it was very daunting to me to kind of sit down and figure out what the heck to do for it and to make it fun and a good learning experience for my daughter, because let's face it, like, history is brutal. There's not a whole lot of like fun. I mean, I'm not sure that's the right word I'm looking for, but at least that's my personal opinion. Like, so I searched high, I searched low, and I always came up really shorthanded, or we would try a bunch of things and it never stuck. And my daughter absolutely loves history. And so I kept feeling bad as the homeschool mom because I wasn't providing her with the one thing that she was really, really, really interested in. So for me, that bothered me a lot. And I'm sure some might be able to relate to this, but like, it just ends up being that like extra thing that gets pushed to the side as like an elective. And so if your schedule has some type of flaw, it's usually those things that tend to go first. So this year, I mean, even last year, we did Curiosity Chronicles, and honestly, that one was not bad. It was still fairly dry, but what we loved about it is that it was in conversation form. So it was like reading a conversation between two characters, diving through, we picked ancient history. So diving through ancient history with these two characters, and I would think that we would have kept going, but we did kind of like hit a rut. And so if I wasn't around, she didn't want to do it independently. And so it kind of just got pushed aside. So this year I thought we would continue that because she seemed to enjoy it. She loved, there was like a timeline piece to it, and I printed out stickers. And so she had like her own timeline notebook, and she seemed to really enjoy doing the timeline. And we had done like a lap book or notebook type ordeal on our own, where we were printing out things that reminded us of the chapter that we just learned about and saying a few things. She loved the notebooking aspect of it, so I thought, okay. And then we bought, I don't know, this year I'm just having a really hard time finding the time to incorporate it into our schedule without like it for her to do independently, because I'm like not always around because I have a part-time job. So it kind of just got pushed aside, and finally I bought the wrong thing for the notebook this year, and that really set us backwards, and we were skipping the notebook, which ended up being like the part that she loved. So needless to say, we lost our interest. So I'm like, all right, I have the Tuttle Twins book. I gave that to her to look at. She was just like, it's just a book. Like, we're just gonna read. And I was like, because we read a lot. So I was like, well, let me just go back to searching around. Long story short, I came across History Plus online, and now I'm not going to get ahead of myself and say it's the best thing ever and we're never going to do anything else, or it's never just going to fall off like the other curriculums have. I don't want to do that because you just never know. So crossing fingers that this one was a winner, but so far this month we have just devoured this website. So I don't want to call it a curriculum because it feels more like a program versus a curriculum. So let me explain. So this is a subscription based website. You can, I believe, purchase yearly or monthly, and I don't know. Don't quote me on that. You'll have to go on their website to check it out. But they do offer their first month for free using the code FREE. So I will put the code here and have it down in the description box. But History Plus is video based. I love how they set it up. The setup is like day 1, day 2, day 3, so forth, for the month, and they go by themes. So they have pre-planned themes that they have chosen for like the next up until like September of 2025, I think. So you can check out like everything that they're going to be discussing on their website for over a year in advance. So basically this past month we discussed, or they had these videos on Aztecs and Incas, and it was so good. The videos are less than 10 minutes. I even want to say less than 7 at some of them. And the quality video, the picture of the they show in the background is so rich. I mean, it's pure quality. The guy, Daniel, I think his name is, he does such a good job. He's very engaging. He talks so that kids can truly understand them on their level. And, you know, he cracks a few funny like jokes every now and then. But the different like facts and the way that it's presented is just, all I know is she's retaining it and she's loving it because it's short and sweet. So every day you could log on, you could kind of schedule it how you want. If you want to go on there and do all 5 days at once, you can watch all 5 videos. Since they are short, it's really still time friendly. So we don't do that. I mean, we kind of did this month because I kind of caught it a little after the start of September. So we kind of backtracked and kind of just did extra videos per day so that we were able to get the whole month in. This was Aztecs and Incas, like I said. So every day they talked about something relating to that. So they went into Machu Picchu, and so much. They incorporate science and geography and history and all of these things that I don't think that I would have found another curriculum that she was able to just grasp like she has. So it was really helpful when I came across this. They have categories, age ranges from like 6 to 11, and then there's like 12 to 18. So this goes in depth. I also have honestly, try the free trial because that's amazing. But they also have a like free, I want to say a free video of a lesson or something like that. And it's not set up like lesson 1, lesson 2. It's just day 1, day 2. And then they also have worksheets that you can print off that goes with every day. So you print off the worksheet. It has an answer key. This is so teacher friendly because this is not heavy on me to teach it. It's literally all this Daniel guy who's in these videos talking to your student, your kid. And I was sold because I don't know, I just fear like history and not having the confidence to teach her about things in history. And then I'm like, what does she need to know from history? And I'm like, you know what? This is kind of like off my table and off my plate. So I am leaving it up to the website to kind of guide her. So like I said, once those themes, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, this is very new to me, so I'm not leaving a review as much as I'm just kind of telling you about our experience thus far. But basically it is, I believe once the month is gone, the videos are gone. So like if you don't get to 1 through 30 or however many days, I think there was only 27 videos for this topic. Because it leaves out weekends and stuff like that. So if you don't get through that, then like you're moving on to the next topic. So you don't even have to do every single video to learn so much about the topic. So the way that I'm utilizing it is the worksheets that she has completed for the videos. And since we didn't watch every video, she didn't do every worksheet. But I kind of picked and got to choose which ones that wanted to really do and focus on. So I'm stapling them together, and then at the end of the month, she's going to basically write a 1 to 2 paragraph report on everything that she learned about that topic for theme. Or topic, you know, same difference, theme, topic. So basically, so she'll be handing that in to me actually this week on what she gained from learning about the Aztecs and Incas, what was interesting, what was not interesting. Like there was some fun facts in there. She actually came across, and this is how I know she's retaining it, she came across a show on Netflix. I'll try to remember to like put a picture of it here, but it was like based on the Aztecs and Incas, so they're like living in that time period, and she's like pointing things out to me that she's learned. Mom, did you remember this? And I'm like, what? No, because I'm clearly not retaining as much as she is, but it's just not my learning style. But I love that she's really into it and she's learning from it and she's engaged, and the guy is holding her interest, and if we have a question, we're Googling it, we're going down those rabbit holes, right? And it's less work for her on her end because this is very light when it comes to like workload, right? Like there's only the one worksheet, and it could be any activity from a crossword puzzle to a cue of true and false, or like a question and answer kind of thing. So it's kind of like all over the board. I can't say that we've come across like any like projects, so to say, but I did find a really cool book, and I'll insert a picture and I'll have it linked down below in my Amazon store, of a project-based book that is really fun. You can read through it, kind of dive deeper into the topic that you want, and then it has like 25 projects that you can utilize for like for this instance it was Aztec and Incas. So I don't know if we'll do that like every month on every topic, but I feel like having those extra resources, and I do believe they give you a book list of extra resources as well. So having those extra things that if your child has more interest of, can dive deeper into, is just great. So that's it. Like we are using History Plus online, and right now I'm sold. It's great, game changer in our homeschool this year, and I'll see how it goes. I mean, we may come across it and a month or two down the road and have lost interest, but for right now, this is what we are sticking to. I've been really excited testing it out in the month of September so that I can come on here and tell you about it. I really wanted to like really play into how it works and stuff like that for me to make the decision to share it on my channel. So if you have questions for me, leave them down below. Again, they have a free month trial using the code FREE. So I will have all of everything linked down below. Please let me know your thoughts. Have you heard of this? What did you think? Did you like it? What didn't you like? Was it not enough? I feel like history can be so boring and dull and not fun and engaging. And so I really just wanted something that she was going to retain and that was enjoyable, because I'm trying to really curate my homeschool around a lot of fun this year. And since I'm trying to hone in on those things, I'm looking for the best programs and curriculum to do that, which this year is a lot of video based, and I'm here for it. It's nice that you can cater some of this to your own child's learning ability, or learning style. She's an auditory learner, but visual is second. And so she is able to grasp that information by hearing him speak, but also seeing it and then writing it on paper and putting it on paper. I'm really excited about it. Let me know, what history are you using? I'm really curious down below. I'm gonna do a whole history video upcoming of the things that we have tried, what we didn't like and what we liked about it. So again, hit the subscribe button to make sure that you see that future video, and I'll see you in my next.